Question number 12. How do you tie a bow tie? You Google it. Hey friends! So I've been on YouTube now for about 6 months and I've been asked quite some questions. Instead of making one very long Q&A video, I will make 2 of them. In this Q&A video I will answer some personal questions, and in my second Q&A video, which I will upload later this week, I will answer questions about learning to play the violin and equipment and that kind of stuff. How old are you? I'm 27 years old. Where are you from? I'm from the Netherlands. What do you do for a living? I am a teacher in elementary school and I teach children in the ages of 4 and 5-year-old. Kindergarten. What are your other hobbies besides playing the violin? I make videos, I go to dance classes every Thursday evening. I'm also a freelance graphic designer. I mostly make wedding announcement cards and birth announcement cards. And in the past I've also been drawing a lot, paper cut art, tap dance classes, acting classes, embroidery, crochet, knitting. Why did you choose the violin? It really was a love at first sight thing. As a kid, when I saw violinists on TV, I really thought, whoa, what they do is amazing. I want to do that. But I thought, well, that's probably not possible. You must have been a Mozart or something, or any miracle child to do that. I remember, I think I was 14 years old and we went to a performance of the Matthias Passion. I went with my mom and she said there will also be an orchestra and a choir. We were sitting in the back and all of a sudden I heard this magical sound. What was it? The violins being tuned. Just a tuning sound. After that they actually started playing, and from that moment on I knew this is the instrument I want to play. And bam! 12 years later I did. Okay, which song would you like to play well on the violin? Well, one of the first pieces I heard which really made me want to play the violin was the Danse Macabre. We were at a theme park for the Dutch people, the Efteling. And there is some sort of haunted house in which you hear the music of the Danse Macabre. It's a very hard song to play, of course, but I discovered that the first part just don't require fingers. It's those two. And then something like... Oh. Well, that on itself feels quite awesome. Are there other instruments you would like to learn? I would love to play the viola as well and the cello. So I would be my very own string quartet. Don't you drive your husband crazy when practicing the violin? Yes. And this question was sent in by my husband himself. He even bought headphones. And they're noise cancelling. Who inspired you to make progress videos? Well, before starting to play the violin, I was looking at progress videos to see what I could expect. And after a while, I stumbled upon the channel of Violin Noobie, a girl from Norway. And when I saw her 2-year progress video, I thought, if she can do this without a teacher, for the most part, and with hardly any musical experience, imagine what I could do with a teacher and with musical experience. And that video actually gave me confidence that I could do it too. What tools / camera / software do you use? The camera I'm using is a Samsung NX3000. As you can see, it has a selfie function and a very nice retro design. And for editing software, I use Power Director. Do you plan on being in an orchestra when you master the violin? Oh yeah, I'd love to. Well, I've actually already been in an orchestra. The music school where I'm having my violin lessons organizes tons of recital evenings and performance evenings for students to take part in, so there is plenty. And I want to join as much of these things as I possibly can. I love playing together and I love performing. Do you wish you learned to play as a child? At first I did, but now I'm actually very glad I'm starting late. I think I'll make a separate video about this later on. I have experienced that adults can learn to play the violin faster than children do. The reality is, I cannot catch up with those kids who started when they were 5 and have been playing for 20 years now when they are 25. But do I want to? No, I just want to play the songs that I love. And in a few years or so, I will. Is there someone who inspires you? Lindsay Sterling. Besides, I'm going to her concert. I think I discovered her videos 3 or 4 years ago and I was hooked immediately. This girl is combining all the stuff that I love. Playing the violin, dancing, dressing up, and all of that at the same time. She really is my role model when it comes to violin playing. Maybe I'll throw in a dance in one of my next videos. And then for the last question, who are your favorite violinists? Lindsay. Lindsay. So, we've come to the end of my first Q&A video. In my next Q&A video, I will answer your questions about learning to play the violin and about the equipment that I use and that I would recommend. I'll see you next time. Bye!